Hello, Pisces. How are you, my two fishes friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you, Pisces. I'm here to do a reading for you. It's not for the week ahead this time. We're doing an overview of 2025 for all the signs this week. So here is your overview. We are going to just use tarot, and we're going to do a 9-card draw. Pisces, if you are returning after being with me in 2024, thank you so much for returning. If you are the person who comes by and gives me the clicks and the views, but you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will do that. There is a subscription button in the bottom right hand corner if you decide to add yourself to this beautiful, loving, psychic water tribe. Thank you so much for being here. If you're brand new, welcome. Subscription button is where it is. I hope you'll stay. Let's find out what's going on for you in 2025, an overview of 2025 for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me all about Pisces, my water family. Tell me about Pisces. So Pisces, we're doing 9 cards. First card that comes out here is what you don't know. What you don't know is this year is your year of victories. Look, I'm not an astrologer. You guys know that. And I have been watching a lot of my favorite astrologers on the platform, and they're all saying the same thing, friend. You know what? This is going to be a year for you. I think Venus is about ready to move into your sign as well. So whether you're a cusp or whether you are somebody who is a Pisces, whether you're Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus or Jupiter, Venus is moving into your sign. This is a year of success. What you don't know is you are going to have many successes. It's time for you to go home. And so I feel like Venus likes to be in your sign. And I feel like home is an excitable place. I feel like you're about to cross over some sort of threshold of success, it feels like here. The next card that comes out here is what will help you thrive. What's helping you thrive is your own energy, your own psychic, intuitive energy. Please, if this is all you do this year, Pisces, learn to trust the self. Learn to trust your own intuitive energy here. The Hanged Man tells me that you're about to get a perspective this year that you've never had before. And I feel like you've been looking for balance, looking for this quietness within the self in order to know that this is the moment that I feel like I can move forward here. I feel like you are going to have to make some sacrifices, and one of those sacrifices I feel might be in the moon energy, but the actions to take is the moon energy. So, which is very interesting energy, because I feel like the actions you have to take is to be brave enough, right? This person has come back from the war, come back from the fight. They were very brave. They made it through. That's why they're up on their high horse here, right? But I feel like this moon energy is telling me that you need to be brave enough to dive in headfirst into the moon energy. And it can be a little bit fearful there. It can be a little bit scary. We don't want to look at we don't want to look at our shadow work. Sometimes it's really hard to look at who we really are. I feel like no matter come what may, I want to say, and come what may, I feel like you are supposed to dive headfirst, to take action in the moon energy. It's you can't go around things. You got to go through. Tell me what's next. We've got what you're to let go of here is interesting, because it is the Lover's energy. And to let go of the Lover's energy makes me feel like, it feels like you need to, I feel like you need to stop choosing, if that makes any sense. I feel like what you need to let go of is the Lovers. So not only letting go of this being your priority this year, because I don't think that it's going to be your priority this year. I feel like you're supposed to let go of that, let go, let God, let the universe take care of it. Something is on the way. You need to be, patient, right? In order for things to show up the way you want them to. But I feel like you're not supposed to choose the people that you want and allow the people to choose you. Now, whoever is going to choose you, and I don't necessarily only mean romantic, I mean platonic relationships, friendships, associations, partnerships in work, play, whatever it is, I feel like you are going to bring in whatever you are. So you literally are choosing who your friendships and loveships are by emitting this energy of the Lovers. The main focus for your year here is the Fool in reverse. Well, that's a little bit scary, it can be, right? Because, nobody wants to look the fool. But it feels like you're being asked to go outside of your comfort zone and maybe take a few risks. Now, the Fool in the reverse is not necessarily the one who's taking educated risks. However, However, the Hanged Man is here. So what's going to help you thrive is really listening to your intuition. And so I feel like if for those of you who are really trusting yourself, your intuition is telling you what's a go and what's not a go. And I feel like you'll be able to take these risks this year, throughout the year, by listening to your own intuition here. Sacrificing some things possibly to take a risk and, possibly looking a fool, falling down, skinning your knees, right? Just make sure you've got some Band-Aids with you is all. Tell me about this new opportunity that's coming this year. New opportunity to gain some wisdom. So whether that is through learning things, getting a certification, maybe getting your doctorate, your master's, your bachelor, whatever, I feel like it could be that. But I feel like it's spiritual for most of you. It feels like this new opportunity is mostly going to be spiritual opportunities or opportunities to gain more spiritual connection with people or with the self. I feel like with the Hanged Man energy and the Hermit energy here, that the Fool in the reverse isn't going to be much of a problem for you, Pisces. I feel like you are, if you can take the wisdom that you've learned from wandering about in the dark with very little light, right? It feels like this light here gets a little bigger in the Hanged Man energy, that once you've been there for a while and you've figured out the details, gone over yourself, when you know the self really well, that it's okay for you to take these small risks that might be coming up. This card here is something you must acknowledge. Something you must acknowledge is that maybe you're in a comfort zone and it's time for you to step outside of the comfort zone. I feel like you're really rooted somewhere, really not open to change. And I feel like this year, I feel like you're going to have to be open to change just a little bit. Be strong enough to be open to change so you can take some of these small risks that you should be taking in order to progress. Because without change, there's no progress, right? We've got the Strength card here, Courage. I just want to say that I hope that you are not making New Year's resolutions. I'm not a fan of it because usually within the first 30 days, people have their resolutions out the window. I want you to pick one word, Pisces. If you can pick one word, put it in the comments. If you can pick one word that will define your entire year. So no matter what situation comes up, love, work, marriage, fun, not fun, whatever it is, fear, that you're going to stick to that one word. So I hope that you'll pick one word that will define your year. We do have the how to approach your challenges, and that is with courage. So I feel like with courage, knowing that the universe has got your back, it feels like that you should move slowly, hold back a little bit, maybe assess the situation and not jump into things. Look, you can still take risks if you assess the situation and listen to your intuitive energy and really trust the self. Then this Fool energy in the reverse doesn't become so terrifying. It's okay if you fall on your nose because you know that failure was never an option because it never really was. The only options are to learn or to succeed. So either way, you're going to get a lesson of some sort. Spirit's advice is the Devil energy. And so I feel like the advice energy is to not allow yourself to get into situations that are codependent, not allow yourself to get into places that are going to require you to be codependent with somebody or to be attached to something forever. We will clarify all of this. Let's take a look here, Pisces. Tell me about Pisces and what does Pisces not know about the Six of Wands? Feels like this year you're about to get cheered on by a group of people, people who really believe in the path that you're on and what you're doing for yourself. What you don't know, tell me about this. We've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, there are opportunities coming here. And I feel like some of the opportunities you're going to be giving the side eye to a little bit because I feel like you're going to get a lot of aggressive opportunities. That's what it feels like. So we have the Four of Cups, right? And this particular, I don't know why, there's certain things that I see and I feel when I look at certain depictions. Like I have so many decks, probably 50 or more decks, and each of them has their own depiction and I get different feelings from each of them. This one is, okay, call in the guy with the cup. That's what I get. It's like somebody's off stage waiting. And so I want to say that what you don't know is that you're going to be busting out of your comfort zone. There's going to be some new opportunities that are showing up while you're focused on the Three of Cups, which is, I feel like your Three of Cups is within in your force. So maybe it's like a friend group that you thought you'd never leave, or it feels like a comfort zone of some sort. It feels like the Six of Wands is telling me that you're going to be busting out of the comfort zone in order to get some sort of success. And in order to get the success, you're going to have to be seen by other people. We do have the Ten of Wands, which tells me that being in this comfort zone is actually becoming far more heavy. It's becoming much more of a challenge. It's like you're in a place in your life where the comfort zone is work, eat, sleep, or, things keep coming at you and not things that are good for you, I want to say, but you keep handling them as though they are burdens. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords that you're going to see getting out of the comfort zone as a bit of a burden. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is someone that you can't ignore. It's a bit of aggressive energy. It's somebody saying, come on, carpe diem, let's seize the day, right? Come on, let's go. It feels like there's going to be some opportunities that are showing up for you that you're going to have to be very brave with. And I feel like because, the person on the Six of Wands has come from a really hard cycle. So I feel like the Knight of Swords is telling me that there's going to be that the universe is going to force you aggressively to drop some of these burdens and get out of this comfort zone. So it might be a little bit uncomfortable in some spaces for you this year, but I feel like once you get to the middle of the year here, that you're going to be like this person who is a pro at taking a head leap off of this cliff, taking these little risks, right? Tell me what will help you thrive is the Hanged Man. So listening to your intuition. So when these opportunities show up, some of them will be slow moving. Some of them will require for you to really go over some details, but some of them are going to be like, boom, in your face and wanting you to make a decision right away. We've got the Page of Wands, right? They're going to want you to take a leap here. You might be getting opportunities to make more money, to stabilize your family life, to find a new relationship. It feels like the Ten of Pentacles is all of that. It's legacy, right? It's something that's going to last long term. So even if these opportunities start showing up for you quickly and in your face, please take the time to go over the practicality, go over the details, make sure you've got everything in place, because this is going to be something that's going to stick around for a really long time, and you want to make sure that it's going to be abundant, right? We've got the Nine of Cups. I feel like you have some wish fulfillment coming in here this year, but not just because it's little sprinkle dust that's being sprinkled on you, fairy dust. I think it's something that you've really worked hard for with the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like what you've really worked hard on is really trusting yourself, not asking your friends and your family and a tarot reader or whatever. It's really trying to trust your own intuition here. And so I feel like this is the year that you really do come fully into your Piscean energy, wherever it falls for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We've got actions to take. The Moon. The moon is taking action regardless of fear, taking action even though it's dark in there. It's like I'm going to have to feel around in the dark a little bit. So I feel like you need to take action regardless of whether the moon is present or not. And the moon can have us feeling a little bit scared. But it feels like it's a lot of deep emotion. It's like it's something that you're going to have to swim through or trudge through. That's what it feels like here. And it could be a little bit daunting. How do we get through the moon energy? We've got the Ace of Wands. So just go. There's no way around. You got to go through. Just take your bravery and go, I'm going to say. We do have the Judgment card. I feel like last year that maybe you avoided situations that would be deeply emotional for you. You've avoided situations that would be in the dark, that would make you uncomfortable. I feel like the universe is going to keep coming back to you. Look, if there's lessons you've got to learn, there's no way you get away from that lesson. That lesson will continue to present itself to you and frustrate the hell out of you until you finally conquer it and learn it. I feel like the Ace of Wands is going to help you do that, because the Judgment card is here to say it's coming back round. This thing that's been hiding in the moon energy, whether it's deep feelings or fear, possibly fear of the dark, fear of the unknown, I feel like the Ace of Wands is going to help you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's the torch, right? The Ace of Wands is a torch, and I feel like it's a little bit of light in an otherwise dark circumstance that's going to help you get through here. So you're going to have another chance to course correct or correct something, but look, there's no way around. You got to go through. You got to go through the moon energy. We've got the the King of Wands. Look, it goes from the Ace of the Wands to the King of Wands. I feel by the time you get to where the light is, I'm going to say, once you get through the moon energy and the darkness and the fear and that kind of thing, that you emerge as the King of Wands. Because the King of Wands is sitting on the throne because they've been forged through fire, hardships, things that I had to fall and skin my knees over and over and over again to learn it. But you become the master of your domain this year. It feels like you're the one that's in charge, and now you're no longer having fear of, you conquer the moon energy this year, whether that for you is your shadow work possibly, or something that you've put on, you've kept in the back of your mind. I don't want to deal with that. I think you're going to be faced with it again, showing up again this year. What you're supposed to let go of is the Lovers. Let's find out why. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this year, some of you are going to be overcoming your fear of love, overcoming the fear of actually making a choice to commit to one person, to being face to face with one person. I feel like there's been a hesitancy of you wanting to get into a relationship, whether that's platonic or romantic. Look, it could be, I don't really want to be attached to somebody who's going to depend on me, like a best friend or, a member of the family. It feels like you've been keeping your distance from some people possibly, but the Six of Cups tells me that I feel like you are about to invest or reinvest into not only yourself, but I feel nostalgic relationships. So people you've known for a really long time, I feel like you're going to solidify those. You're going to reinvent yourself. And in that, because we've got 8, the 7 and the Ace of Pentacles, you are going to be reinvesting into relationships that you, I feel, have been putting on the back burner for a while. And some of those relationships could be romantic, but some of them are also platonic. The Lovers isn't always romantic. But overall, I feel like the Lovers is telling me that it's going to be your choice to invest in growing with somebody here. So whether it is a friendship or a member of your family that you're resolving something with, or a love ship. The Seven of Pentacles is, of course, throwing your seeds of intention and putting in a lot of hard work. I think you're ready for the hard work. And it feels like it's going to be relationships you're reestablishing. So I don't feel like anybody's coming back from the past at all. I feel like these are relationships that maybe, people that you feel like you need to put on your priority list. This could be friends or lovers. Take it as it resonates. So we do have the Fool, and the Moon is back. We have the Page of Cups. And this is the energy of your main focus for this year. Your main focus, I feel, is going to be trudging through the moon energy, because it can be very daunting. It can be very scary and fearful. Whether you don't want to connect to yourself, it's very fearful when you can't have feedback from other people, when you only rely on your own intuition. If you don't trust yourself, that can be quite fearful. We have the Seven of Cups, so I feel like you're going to have a lot of opportunities this year to do that, to get in touch with your emotional self, to get in touch with your Piscean self, wherever that falls in your chart. We do have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups to me is the beginning of you really trusting yourself. And the moon energy tells me that I feel like this is what this moon energy is going to teach you this year. It's going to teach you to listen to yourself and therefore take these risks. But look, I'm not telling you to bet the farm. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you are going to be taking, the page is small, is little, right? These are little victories that you're going to be having. It's like your intuition is saying, it's okay, Pisces, you can do that. We do have the Seven of Cups. 7 and 1 is 8. I feel like there are some of these things that you need to emotionally detach from the moon energy. You need to stop allowing this ominous energy to follow you wherever you go this year. I feel like it's like a looming energy of, I'm not making the right decision. This is the year where you get in touch with yourself, that you go into this energy of the Hermit energy here. These are new opportunities. You're going to have a new opportunity to spend some time with you. Look, some of you, sometimes what happens is the universe will pull people out of your life, so you will be forced to keep yourself alone, forced to look at yourself in the face, forced to face your shadow work. When the Hermit goes into the energy of being hermited, they don't take anything with them, right? So it's not your phone, it's not the TV, it's like, it's you with you. And it's about self-preservation. It's time to learn some things, find your light, support yourself, be in the dark where you can barely see forward, but trusting yourself that the next step you take will be the right one. So I feel like this is going to be a new opportunity for you this year. It tells me that you are going to begin to trust yourself. Tell me about the Hermit energy, this new opportunity. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Empress energy. There it is. You know what? You're being grown into the Empress. That's what it is. And the Empress is here with the Six of Wands. This is something you will succeed at this year. Some of you are already at the Empress level. This part of the reading might not be for you if you're already at this Empress level. And if you are somebody who really doesn't need a relationship. It would be a nice to have, but it's not a need to have. You don't keep telling the universe that you must have it. By the way, if you keep telling the universe that you need it, you can be damn sure that you're not going to get it. Because if it shows up, you're going to treat it very differently if you need it than if you want it. And the Empress doesn't need it. It would be nice if it shows up, but the Empress doesn't need it. So I feel like somebody here is going to get success in stepping into the shoes of the Empress this year, whether you are feminine or masculine, because the Empress is Libra and Taurus, right? Feminine and masculine energy. Swords are masculine. Libra is masculine energy, and Taurus is feminine energy. But I feel like you're about to I feel like on the other side of this moon energy, you're going to emerge the Empress, but you're also going to be emerging the Hierophant. Look, it's not just the Hanged Man energy. I feel like you are coming out of this Hermit energy, stepping into the Hierophant energy, very sure of yourself. Not only are you sure of yourself and have gained some wisdom, but you're going to be teaching other people that as well. Being the spiritual teacher, and you must really be in the Empress energy in order to be able to be a spiritual teacher. You have to learn to trust yourself first in order to help others and show them how to trust themselves, how to trust the higher self, right? So when you emerge from this moon energy this year, you will have learned that lesson. Something you must acknowledge is that I feel like in 2024, in some ways, you may have been living in a comfort zone where you are comfortable in your emotions. Maybe for some of you, that meant that you didn't apply for that job, you didn't go after that relationship that you wanted. It feels like you were very rooted, immovable almost, something that you must acknowledge. We do have the Eight of Swords. Is that kind of behavior? The Four of Cups is a great place to be when you need to get a hold of your emotional self, stability of the emotions. But the Eight of Swords is telling me that you got stuck there because it became very comfortable. And now you feel like you can't move from there because anything else outside of the comfort zone feels foreign to you. So that's something that you must acknowledge this year. We've got the Three of Cups. You will become a happier, more celebratory person when you make better relationships. I feel like we have I feel with the 4 and the 3, we have 7 cups here. And so it tells me with this energy, 7 of cups is you're going to be taking risks to meet new people. Risks, it's going to feel very risky for you to get out of your comfort zone, but I feel like you need to become more social. You need to engage with people more. Stop waiting for people to come to you and ask you to come to the party or come to the dinner. You need to start making plans and inviting other people. It's like whatever it is that you need to do to get out of your comfort zone, that creates courage. It creates courage in a storm. So look, not everybody is social. Some people have really bad social anxiety. And I think that the Strength card is a perfect representation of that. Staying very steady and sturdy in the storm, I want to say. And some people find it terrifying to go into big spaces where there are a lot of people, feeling like you might get lost in all of the conversation and I'm not really sure what to say. And so I'm going to say put your phone in your pocket. Don't put your phone on the table. Stop paying attention to your phone when you're with your people that you should be connecting with, and find things to talk about. Look, if you don't know what to talk about, go on the internet and say, what do I talk to people about in a social situation I've never been in? And the universe will give you all sorts of topics that you can use in social situations. I feel like somebody here feels like they need to be super courageous in order to step out of this this comfort zone, and I think you're going to find that this year. How to approach your challenges is strength, and I kind of love it because strength is here twice, right? We've got strength, and so I feel like how you should approach your challenges is looking at the situation from a distance and not running up on it, right? I mean, this is Leo energy, but understand that when Leo's not reckless, at least not in most cases. I mean, for some, depending on their moon and the rising, it could be reckless, but this energy of strength is very stoic. It is, watching what you say, holding your tongue, holding back just a little bit. It is the ability to have the sword at your side in the sheath, knowing you have the strength to wield the sword and not doing that. Really being courageous, trying to take on whatever comes at you without weaponizing your words. So I feel like how you should approach challenges is with courage here. We do have the Two of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Look, I really feel like you're at a crossroads here. And it feels like how you approach challenges is going to matter. I feel like the way you should approach challenges is in this place of looking at it from a distance, moving at it really slowly, being very practical, going over the details, and finding someone to partner with that may just be the same kind of person who's in the same place in their life that you are. It feels like you will be partnering with someone who is someone who mirrors you. You're like, yeah, that's the way it is for me too. I feel like you're going to meet this person at a place and time when you're unsure of which way to go. And this person might be someone that says, look, I know the way to go. And you look like someone who wants to go the same way. Let's do it together. This could be a soulmate friend. This could be a person in business. This could be a person in the workplace. Whoever they are mirroring you. And I feel like this is a person that you are going to kind of partner with. And this person is going to encourage you to make decisions that maybe you haven't made before. We've got the Devil energy here, and this is Spirit's advice. Why is this Spirit's advice, the Devil energy? We have the Three of Wands, we have the Tower, okay, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Look, I feel like the Devil energy here, as the advice from Spirit is, you're going to become attached to things, or maybe you already are, going to be attached to things that you don't want to let go of. And when you obsessively are attached codependently, like I'm going to say, use this as an example, this friendship or this loveship, that when you become so comfortable that you no longer want to grow, that you have fear of growth or fear of being by yourself. Look, you can be in a relationship and still be an individual. It feels like this I was going to say the 6, but it's not. It's 16, which is the Tower. I feel like the Tower is coming here to break this codependency. Spirit's advice is you need to let go. Let go and let God. You need to trust that you're on the right path. And that means, again, listening to your intuitive energy. I really do feel like you will become someone who others will follow because they will see you as someone who is someone that doesn't need them, that doesn't need anybody. In fact, I feel like you're going to be growing into this Hierophant energy, this Hermit energy this year, becoming almost a bit shamanic where you're on your own path and others are going to choose to follow you, and you will have a spotlight, not because you ask for it. In fact, you might try and run from it, but I feel like you are being prepared to be some sort of a spiritual leader this year. And I feel like it's how you go through the Tower is really very telling, right? We do have the Three of Wands, and I feel like the Tower only comes to give you expansion. I feel like you get to see what's out there because the universe is kind of taking you down a notch. The common denominator, right? Which is we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we just need to start from a place of radical acceptance of the present moment. Nobody's perfect, right? I feel like that's the only way that you're going to learn to be able to be charitable of other people and to not judge them. I feel like this is going to be a year of you taking, look, we've got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. I feel like this is going to be a year where you have a spark, where you're carrying this torch, because I feel like you're going to spend some time this year in this moon energy. And I feel like you will emerge this really big superpower. Like it feels like that. A very happy person who's very balanced, who has realized that it's more effective to love the self first, and then everything else will be added to you. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Look, you might be solidly doing things by yourself, solid, grounded, somebody who's very confident and who decides once you get to be this Empress here that I really need it. But if it's added to me, I'll take it. I feel like that is in all things, but definitely in the Queen of Cups energy. I'm going to say this year you've got to learn to be more compassionate to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. If things that you try don't work, you'll be taking some risks, hopefully. But I think all in all, this year is going to be a year of things being restored to you, because now you're willing to get out of the comfort zone and learn some things. And maybe skin your knees just a little bit, Pisces. I'm going to leave you right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. Thank you for coming back in 2025. I hope that I will be able to bring you more information and help you grow as you help me grow. Thank you so much, Pisces. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.